Good evening and welcome to my midweek recap here for the S&P 500, SPY, and plan ahead for the remainder of the week. Real quick here on the intraday time frame, I have not taken any new trades. I'm still holding the August 295s and June 2019 325 calls. So we'll see what happens with those. As I said, no new trades yet. I have traded the SPX here this week though a few times, doing decent. Once it becomes more consistent, I will begin sharing those videos and having some points of interest on those charts. So for now, I'm going to continue doing my analysis on the S&P 500, excuse me, the SPY, and use those levels for swing trades when I do see them setting up. Now on this 1 hour chart over here on the left, this trend line pretty much served as support yesterday, gap down below it, and serves as resistance today. And this level is about 278. Regardless whether or not it was news related to the China tariff retaliation or whatever the case may be, an important level was broken and reclaimed. When those types of moves happen, usually going to look for a pullback in that direction of the secondary break. So in this case, looking for a pullback down to one of my levels, which takes me to my plan for tomorrow. I will be looking at calls at these levels here on my chart, 275s here, plus 1 week. 275s for 2 weeks out down here a little bit lower, and 274 calls with 2 weeks of time down here at the 50 SMA. If it comes all the way back down to these levels down here, I will adjust the plan as well and look for 270 calls here approximately 2 weeks out in the future, which would also coincide with about where the 200 SMA is. So that's what I'm looking for on the pullback. Now real quick over here on the monthly time frame, just as a quick refresher, we're still toying with breaking last month's highs, which I'm still very bullish on. If it does break up there, we could see a very nice short squeeze and push higher, which should take us up to all-time highs pretty easily. But that has to break first. Okay, down here on the weekly time frame, as I zoom out, it's still easy to see we're still making a series of higher lows. Not necessarily higher highs, we're just still chopping around, going back and forth, but as long as price action stays above 268.5, 270 area, we've still made yet another higher high, excuse me, a higher low, and it looks like we're going to break higher. Now real quick here, because it's more evident on the weekly time frame, just to point out, if I was to see a price pattern like this on any other chart, this would look to me like a breakdown setup. Basically a break below this 280 would push it all the way down here for a much lower leg. So still staying very bullish as a breakout type of setup here for the S&P 500. And onto the daily time frame, that level of 280 is a lot more obvious, maybe even a little bit of a trend line right here that indicates price action was smashed yesterday once it came up near that level. So we'll see if it can start making yet another higher low with all these moving averages, at least the ones that are important to me, right below price action. I think we'll have another higher low somewhere above 272, 273. May have a quick flash down to 270 for a rally up, but as I said, as long as it stays above this 268.5, we've still made a higher low, and bullishness is still in the S&P 500. So for now, that's going to be the trade plan I'm looking at for the SPY. Real quick as a reminder, this here is the W pattern I'm still looking at. Price action has been rejected here, this 280 twice. Again, a higher low will be a perfect setup for another break above there to test these all-time highs and continue making our way back up to 292, 295 area for this measure move off this W. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Have a good evening and good luck.